there, remote learners. This environment might look a little different because I snuck into Miss Carly's room so that I could find a quiet space to give you your introduction to fractions lesson. All right, in your materials kit, you have an envelope that has circles in it. One of them looks like this. Now this circle right here represents one whole. This is a whole circle that is not divided into any pieces. What a fraction is when a whole piece is divided into equal parts. So I want you to think about something. If you had a friend who wanted to share a pie with you, if this is the pie, and there are two people that want to share it, here we go. You would cut your pie into two equal pieces. So one friend would get this piece and one friend would get this piece. Together, they make one whole, but they are divided into two equal pieces. Well, let's say another friend comes along and sees that you have this delicious pie. Now, you have to divide that pie into three equal pieces because you do not want anyone to feel left out. This pie still is the same amount as one whole, but now it's divided into 1, 2, 3 equal pieces. Well, let's say that here comes yet another friend who wants to share with you. Now, you need to make sure your pie can be divided into 4 equal pieces for 4 friends. 1, 2, 3, 4. This pie is still the same amount as one whole, but it's been divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. So for your introduction to fractions, let's talk about how to write a number so that you know it is just a piece of a whole number. We know how to write 1 when it represents one whole. This is the number 1, and that means one whole. So I'm going to put that number right here by our one whole circle. Here is my pie that's divided into 2 pieces. So if I'm going to write a fraction, let's say I'm going to take 1 out of 2 pieces and write that number. To write that fraction, the number 2, there's a line across. The number 2 goes on the bottom because that number tells me that I have 1, 2 pieces. If a friend eats eats one of those pieces, I have 1 piece out of 2 pieces left. This is the fraction that I have left. 1 out of 2. Or we sometimes say 1/2. So I have 1 left out of 2 that were all together. All right, I know that this is going pretty fast, but let's keep working on it because we're going to do more with fractions tomorrow. All right, now I have my pie that has, do you remember? How many pieces does this pie have all together? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. So there's my line to make it a fraction. 3 3 pieces all together. If I take 2 of them away, or if I just want to represent one of those pieces, I have 1 out of 3 left. 1 out of 3, or we might read this 1/3. So I have 1 out of 3. All right, I think you know what's coming next. Now let's take a look at our pie that's divided into 4 equal pieces. Well, there are 4 equal pieces, so the number on the bottom of the fraction will say 4, because that's how many I have all together. If I just want to take 1 out, then my fraction that's left is 1 out of 4, or we can read it 1/4. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to have some fun exploring with your fraction circles today. You are going to use them for an assignment tomorrow, but explore with your fraction circles, and I want you to think about how we write fractions. I wonder what this would look like if I had 2 out of 2 pieces together. How would my fraction change? Just something to think about. All right, boys and girls, thank you for joining me for this Introduction to Fractions lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon.